I told you before we started the podcast, Braedon, that I had a topic that I wanted to discuss with you.
Yes.
And I didn't tell you what it was, but I also told you I wouldn't throw something at you that you were not educated on. Okay?
Yeah.
There are a lot of people in the world that don't get a lot of credit, and they deserve a lot. There's a lot of people in this world that get disrespected when they don't deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people are talked down on when they should be talked positively about. Okay? And you were probably sitting there going, like, where the hell are you going with this?
Mm-hmm.
One of those people in this world that gets talked down on, doesn't get enough respect, doesn't get the credit that he deserves for the job that he has done, is the head coach of your favorite football team, and Doug Pederson. CBS did a list, and this is Sean Wagner who did a list. For the most part, I agreed with his top 4 on his top 10, okay? His top 4, Bill Belichick, I would still put number 1 in the NFL, because the conversation about Bill Belichick is not, is he the best coach in the NFL? It's, is he the greatest coach of all time? That's the conversation that we have with Bill Belichick. Number 2, he has Andy Reid. We can finally put Andy Reid in that top 2 or 3 head coaches. We were just waiting for him to get that Lombardi trophy. He finally got it. We can now put him there. Yeah. Sean Payton and John Harbaugh, 3 and 4. Harbaugh 3, Payton 4, although I would probably swap them. I have no issue with his top 4.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have an issue with his list. This is where I have the issue, okay?
Yep.
Kyle Shanahan's at number 5.
Yeah.
Sean McVay's at number 6.
Yeah.
Why is Mike Tomlin behind those 2 guys? Tell me right now why Mike Tomlin is behind those 2 guys.
Yeah.
Right? Like somebody.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin is better than Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay. Give Mike Tomlin those players and show me what Mike Tomlin could do that those guys couldn't times 10.
Yeah.
Okay? That's my biggest issue right there. Mike Tomlin behind Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan. Now, let me clarify. I don't think Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay are bad coaches. That's not what I'm saying. They both coached in a Super Bowl.
Yep.
But where's the ring?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
Pete Carroll at number 8 behind those 2? What am I missing? Okay? So that's where I moved those 2 up. I bumped those 2 in favor of those 2, okay? Mike Tomlin and Pete Carroll are phenomenal coaches. Oh, I'm not done with my issues? Doug Pederson's at number 9. 9!
Yeah.
He has a ring, man. Those 2 don't.
Yep.
Listen, the Eagles beat my Patriots in the 1 Super Bowl they ever have, and I was happy for you. Other than that, I was pissed off, okay? But let me put my differences aside. You win a Super Bowl, you've earned my respect. I'm not saying Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay are not good coaches. I'm not saying they won't win a Super Bowl at some point. They very well could. But Doug Pederson has. If you gave Doug Pederson that 49ers team, they beat Kansas City last year probably, because Doug Pederson, in crucial moments, knows how to call the right plays. Kyle Shanahan hasn't shown me he has.
Yeah. Nope.
It's unbelievable, man. The disrespect. Listen, to question the move to hire him back when they did, okay, I get it. The guy's never been a head coach. We can be skeptical maybe of the job he's about to do. He doesn't have anything, but we don't have anything to base him off, right? But and I'm sorry for freaking out, but like, man, I can't. One pet peeve of mine is delusion. When you are delusional and you ignore what people have done and put them behind people that have done jack diddly shit.
Yeah.
Okay?
No,
Let's remember what Doug Pederson walked into in Philadelphia. Philadelphia Eagles fans. Braedon, do you remember Chip Kelly?
Oh, yes, I do.
Do you remember the disaster he left?
Oh,
it was
yeah,
almost as if this is what Doug Pederson walked into with Chip Kelly. You ready? Picture yourself you're buying a convenience store, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You walk into the convenience store. You're talking to the owner now. And you're like, I want to buy this place. Okay, you can buy it off me. You make the deal, you sell it, okay? Everything looks nice. You got the chocolate bars, the chips, the pops, everything. You go, the day he gives you the keys, you go to that convenience store and everything is ripped out of the damn wall and on the floor and smashed. Yeah. That's what Doug Pederson walked into in Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. A delusional roster, a roster where they wanted nothing to do with anything Chip Kelly touched. And in 2 years, he got his franchise quarterback. He got the players playing the right way. He got the fans believing, the players believing. And in 24 months, 2 years, they won a Super Bowl, and they have won division titles ever since that. Doug Pederson, okay, I don't have to put him in the Belichick conversation, the Reid, the Paytons, like whatever. But after those coaches like Pete Carroll, Mike Tomlin, John Harbaugh, there's nobody in the league better. He would be the next best thing in my opinion. Do not put Kyle Shanahan or Sean McVay on a coaching list above Doug Pederson. When they win a Super Bowl, holla at your boy. I will listen. Until they win that Super Bowl, don't at me. Okay? Braedon, your thoughts.
Okay. Well, I was a little worried what the topic was, but then I heard you say disrespect, and I was like, "Ooh, I have a feeling I know where you're going with this." And then you said Doug Pederson, and I was like, "My guy, let me go off on this list." How is Doug Pederson below Sean McVay? It makes no sense. Not only has he won a Super Bowl, not only did he not look like a fool in his Super Bowl, Sean McVay couldn't score a touchdown. Doug Pederson just put up 41 points on the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. No big deal.
He called one of the most iconic plays in Super Bowl history.
Play, yeah. I don't care. I'm an Eagles fan. That is, to me, obviously I'm biased. That is the greatest play in the Super Bowl ever. I don't care what you say. Philly, that's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Number 2, he's played Sean McVay twice. And what has happened both times? Doug Pederson and the Philadelphia Eagles have won. So how, in what world, just based off that, he's got a Super Bowl, he's faced them twice. Is Sean McVay a better head coach than Doug Pederson? Mind-boggling. His reasoning for it was like, they put up more points and, their offense is better and, they have a better record. And it's like, well, hey, here's an idea. Maybe they beat up on shitty teams and the Eagles just don't blow out everybody, but they still win. It's just like, congratulations. The LA Rams scored 50 points against the Kansas City Chiefs in that shootout on Monday Night Football back in 2018. It was just like, congratulations.
Put up 100 points.
Yeah, 100 points in that game.
The Super Bowl.
Exactly. Also, where's the defense? You scored 50 points, but you also gave up 50 points. What? Who's proud of that? It's congratulations, you won, but you also are horrendous at defense. But that's besides the point. Then, like you said, you have Kyle Shanahan. Let's not get it twisted. He was the offensive coordinator in the Super Bowl again with the Falcons and the Patriots, and they're up 28-3. And what does he decide to do? He's like, we're running the ball well. Let's stop doing that. Let's let Matt Ryan throw the ball a bunch. What does Matt Ryan do? He chokes. Then they try to run the ball at the end of the game when the Patriots are coming back, and it's not working as well. It's like, literally, dude, all you had to do was run the ball. You could have taken knees every possession. You could have taken a knee, kicked field goals, and you would have won that game. But hey, hindsight's 2020, so I'll give you that. Except I won't, because you just run the ball. Because that was just ridiculous. Then you get the chance to redeem yourself against Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid in the Super Bowl. You were up. Was it 24-10 or 21-10?
21-10 with 7 minutes left.
With 7
minutes left.
And you got an interception in the fourth quarter. You got Patrick Mahomes to throw an interception. Yeah. What is going on?
That happened. That happened.
What? What is going on? Win the game. It's run the ball. What does he do? He's like, okay, we're gonna run the ball because I don't trust Jimmy G. Now he's like, okay, now I don't trust my quarterback. Your quarterback threw the ball 18 times in the Super Bowl.
He got us to the Super Bowl, but in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl, we don't trust him.
What? Yeah. What are you doing, my guy? You just gave him every opportunity to get back in there, and it makes zero sense. Kyle Shanahan, the worst part about it is that Kyle Shanahan is above Sean McVay. For what? For what? Give me any reason why. Sean McVay, at least, has been consistent in the NFC West, which is, a tough division. They're obviously both in there. But when Kyle Shanahan got, to San Francisco, they were like, then they got Nick Bosa. And, their defense kind of got better, and they played off the defense more than the offense. But it's just Sean McVay's been consistently pretty good with the Rams. So for the fact that Kyle Shanahan is up there, I just don't get it, other than you're looking at statistics and being like, oh, he has a lot of pass yards. Oh, he has a lot of rush yards. He makes good running back. I don't know what it is. Mike Zimmer, though. Mike Zimmer is number 10. I don't get that. I
didn't go that far down. I was more looking at you have Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay over Mike Tomlin and Pete Carroll. Mike Tomlin, I've often considered Mike Tomlin the number 2 coach after Belichick. I thought like you can dispute that all you want, but that's often where I've had Mike Tomlin. I have a lot of respect for Mike Tomlin. But without question, like whether you put him as high as I do or a little lower, do not argue with me that he is not a top 5 coach. Like don't do that to me. Pete Carroll, it's the same thing. I know he had a horrendous call in the Super Bowl, but he's coached in 2 Super Bowls. He won a Super Bowl. He's played in the NFC title game. He's been consistently to the playoffs for the most part as the head coach of the Seahawks. And you're putting him below Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan, who have been in the NFL for a hot second and have had embarrassing Super Bowl runs as head coaches. And then, like I said, Doug Pederson. Listen, Doug Pederson has a Super Bowl, man. I don't like people always do this. They're like, oh, well, he's been to the playoffs this many times or he's won that many division titles. We were just talking about Deshaun Watson earlier. If you don't win the Super Bowl, I don't care. Like, I don't. This guy won the Super Bowl. Give Doug Pederson Richard Sherman. Give Doug Pederson Nick Bosa. Give Doug Pederson a prime, healthy Todd Gurley. Give Doug Pederson Aaron Donald. And don't give him a depleted roster like he's had in Philadelphia basically since he took over as the head coach. He has not coached a game where he has had his full roster, I don't believe. If he has, it's been very few. And he's still winning division titles. He's still won a Super Bowl. Give him those players, and I promise you he will win 12 or 13 games every season.